Hello, Razuz77. I wish I knew what your real name was. I find your Unholy commentary fascinating. You raised some really good questions. My name is Batzal Edwards. I am a rabbi and I live in Jerusalem. And that just I really enjoy hearing your questions. I don't really agree with you. I believe in God and I believe that the Torah was given from God. I see the problems as basically a problem of man more. But you like, let's take a couple examples. Oh, my son is here. He has a question for you after I finish with my questions. Actually, let's let you ask first. You ask your question first, Eli. What did you? He wants to know what Halloween is all about. Okay. Um, that's one question, and the other is setting the record straight a little bit about the Akedah, the binding of Isaac. Human sacrifice was quite popular in the ancient world. You open up any ancient history book and you'll find a lot of human sacrifice descriptions. The Greeks used to leave a child out in the mountainside to die, and there's the Moloch of worshiping children to the fire, and it was very popular. And um, the basic teaching of the binding of Isaac is a rejection of human sacrifice. Abraham had already rejected all of the idolatry, and then and he was supposed to be the man who was listening to God. He was a prophet. God would speak to him in dreams and visions, and it was a test of his faithfulness. But the question is, what if God all of a sudden says, "Go"? If I take Eli, say, "Go, sacrifice." God forbid I should ever be tested or ever anything like this should ever happen. It's totally disgusting. But I want you to live well until 120 years old, but and after. But to sacrifice this guy, I wouldn't do it, and then that would be going against God, right? So there's inner teachings about it, but the basic thing is to reject human sacrifice. Right? So that's a good thing, right? There's a lot of really simple people, a lot of really dumb people out there in the world who need a not so intelligent like you who need a book to live by, right? A law to live by, right? You can make up your own laws, but I personally am maybe not so smart. I need a code of law to know what to do in given situations. Um, so the so I not the but you come back and say everyone knows not to sacrifice your child, right? It's disgusting. It's like it's like about the most tragic, most disgusting and sick thing you can think about. But in the ancient world it wasn't that way. Okay, and it had to change somehow, and it changed by that event, by Abraham being tested, and then for God to say, no, this is not how I want. I was just testing your faithfulness. Now, what kind of a God would put such a test up to a person? It's a very difficult thing. I don't know. But if you take it on the literal level, there was an event that happened, and on the allegorical level, it's saying how far would a person go out of his belief, and how far would God? God, in the end, He did not want Abraham to sacrifice his son, and He did not. So, if I have any other questions, I'll ask you later. But wait a second. Oh yeah, the one about Shechem and Hamor. Dina being raped by Shechem. You were not so sure if she was actually raped. So the Bible says Vayikach Vayishkav ba Vayaneha in Hebrew, and that translates he took her, he slept with her, and he no, Eli, get out of the room. Get out of the room. Get out. No, get out of the room. Come on, get out of the room. This is not for you. Okay, sorry. Okay. Now it's too late. It's too late. Get out. Okay. Okay. Said. And go. Close the door. Close the door. Right. I said close the door. Close the door, or I'm going to have to take you to the altar. Oh, just kidding. Okay. Anyhow. So. It's good scare tactics. Yeah. I don't like scare tactics either. But so it says if you want a literal reading of the story with Dina is she was raped, forced, naturally and unnaturally. Meaning you can let your imagination figure it out. I have access to all the ancient commentaries that say what happened. And I believe in them too. So if you don't believe in them, what's it worth, right? So then, if the question is, if a brother has his sister raped, how far is he going to go to take revenge? So that Shimon and Levi, who you call Simeon and Levi, I call them Shimon and Levi, were hotheads. They were militants. They were not. They had their sister raped, so their response was to have a collective punishment. Now you could say what's the morality of a collective punishment? It's a good question. Um, but the ancient world was a very tough place, and it's not so difficult. Look at the World Trade Center. I mean, the World Trade Center was taken down. 3,000 people were murdered, and Bush went and burned down Afghanistan and Iraq, and how many people were killed together in Afghanistan and Iraq? That's a collective punishment. I'd like to hear your response on the morality of a collective punishment, or the immorality of a collective punishment, as I assume you believe. So that's all. I wish you well. Can keep asking your questions. It's very entertaining to hear what you have to say, and have a great day.